Hey guys, today we are getting creative in the kitchen with these green mint cheesecake bars that are perfect for St. Paddy's Day. I have all these stickers, so I had to get festive. This recipe is meant to serve about 12 people, so you can of course double or triple that if you want to make a bigger quantity. If you like dessert videos and putting clovers on your cheeks, then give this video a big thumbs up please. Now let's go out to the kitchen. To begin, you'll need to gather all of your ingredients. I'll put a list of everything in the description box below along with step-by-step instructions for the recipe. I'm going to take 1/4 cup of butter and soften it, so I just popped it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. Then I'm taking half a bag of chocolate cake mix, and as you can see that's about 1.5 cups-ish, and I'm going to pour that in with the butter. Now it's time to mix. This would definitely be easier with an electric mixer, but I don't have one with me, so I'm just using a fork. Once it is mixed together really well, you're going to put half a cup of these crumbles aside. With the rest of the crumbles, you're going to line the bottom of a baking pan. While you're doing this, you can preheat your oven to 325 degrees. I'm just trying to make this into a thin, even layer along the bottom of my pan. Once the oven's preheated, you're going to pop this guy in for about 10 minutes. And while this is baking, you can of course move on to the next step. The next step is to make the cream cheese filling. I'm taking 1.5 packs of cream cheese and some frosting. The frosting I'm using is cream cheese flavor, and I'm just going to put about half of the container in with the cream cheese. See? Again, this would be much easier to mix with an electric mixer, but I'm just using my handy dandy fork and giving my arms a workout. You're just going to mix this really well. And once it is all mixed, which I probably should have mixed it a little bit better, but it's all good. Now I'm using 1.5 eggs, which is kind of weird because I've never really used half of an egg before, but as you can see, I'm just kind of using the egg whites from my second egg, and I'm leaving the yolk inside. I really misjudged the size of this bowl, and it's really too small to put the egg in. Should have used a bigger one, but anyway, you're going to put the egg in with the cream cheese and frosting now and mix that in. So we're mixing and stirring, and yeah. And since my bowl is small, I'm putting some of the mixture into another bowl. Now it's time to color the cheesecake. I'm going to use green, of course, for St. Paddy's Day. You can really put in as many drops as you want, but I kind of start with just a few, and if I feel it's not dark enough, I add more. And I just stir it all in evenly. Once you have the perfect green color, go ahead and add some mint extract for flavor if you want. There's really no specific amount, I just used a few capfuls and I kind of stuck my finger in to taste the batter, which I know there's raw egg in there, but I just had a little taste. Then you're going to pour all of that minty cream cheese mixture into the pan over the chocolatey crust. And then take the crumbles that you set aside at the beginning and just pour them over the top. As an added bonus, you can even add some mint chips to the top. I'm using these Andy's mint crumbles. They're really yummy. The recipe I followed said to bake for 42 minutes, but I checked it after about 35 and it was a little tiny bit burnt. So I might recommend just baking it for 30 and checking on it and then adding a few minutes accordingly if you need to. All ovens are different, keep that in mind. Once it's out of the oven, you need to let it cool completely and then put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. I have Pac-Man on my fridge, do you? I bet you don't. You might, because I made a video of this. But anyway, now that it's chilled and hardened, I'm going to start cutting my pieces. I cut mine into 12 squares so you can share it with 11 friends or just eat them all yourself. It's cool. That's it. I hope that you enjoy this recipe. It's perfect for St. Paddy's Day, as I've probably mentioned a couple times already. But look, it's so green and chocolatey and minty. It's just perfect. And you can set them next to shamrock stickers or decorations and it will just be so festive. If you end up making these green mint cheesecake bars, then please use hashtag SoCraftastic on Instagram to show me. You might just be featured in next week's Crafty Friday video. Shh, it's a leprechaun after a pot of gold. He found it. Swipe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Raise your hand if you're Irish. I don't think I am, but I can still pretend and have fun. Be sure to subscribe to the SoCraftastic channel of mine if you enjoy my videos, because I do put out new crafty videos every single Friday for Crafty Friday, and I also put some videos out throughout the week whenever I get the time. Last week on Crafty Friday, I taught you guys how to make Jell-O Play-Doh. It's pretty cool. A lot of you guys sent your pictures in via Instagram, hashtag SoCraftastic, as well as on Twitter and my Facebook fan page. You can find all those links in the description box below. Anyway, here are the pictures that were sent in by my lovely viewers of their homemade Jell-O Play-Doh. As you can see, there are tons of different colors and people had a lot of fun making their own creations. Thank you guys so much for sending those photos in. I will see you guys very soon. Have a great rest of the day. Bye! I think that there's a vacuum cleaner going, but I don't really care. No, actually no, I do care. It's really loud. Vacuum cleaner, stop. Bam. Even though I already tried a little bit, taste test time. Ooh. I'm just eating obnoxiously. Nom nom nom.
I'm a leprechaun. Ooh.
I'm so cool.